this sense of obligation that has already been built in you, because you feel that, oh, because I'm from a Black family, because I'm from this family, I ought to cater to their needs and not just my own needs as an individual. I have to make sure that everyone in my family is doing well. Wherever you are as a Black, as long as you are doing well, you have this sense of obligation to want to provide for every other person in your family. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you all so much for your love so far. Thank you for liking, for sharing, and for subscribing to my channel. I've actually been overwhelmed with the love so far. Thank you. And for those who are new here, don't worry, we're all new. My name is Uke Ogude, and on this channel, we're all about sharing parenting tips, and we're a community where we get to learn from each other's experiences on how to improve ourselves as individuals. So please, if you are new here, do well to like, to subscribe, and to share with your friends as well as your family. Today, we're going to be talking about Black tax. Black tax is the money that, as a Black person, you feel obligated to provide for your family, not just your immediate family, but also your extended family, and sometimes even your friend. You know, as Blacks, because of the way we live, we have this communal way of living where you embrace everyone, not just your immediate family, but your extended family, as well as even your friends. So everyone lives together as one. Oh, my problems are your problems. And so, because we have this sense of obligation, that, oh, because I'm doing well, every other person in my family has to do well as well. So we want to carry everyone along, right? Yeah, but to become a problem when you are struggling to meet up with your own bills, but because you have that sense of obligation to cater to the needs of every other person around you, you then find yourself struggling to meet up with the financial needs of everyone. And it even becomes more difficult when you are living abroad. So there's this notion back home that everyone that is living abroad is actually doing really well, is able to provide for the needs of everyone around them. They don't even know how much you are earning. And even though they do know how much you are earning, they'll end up doing the maths and converting it to naira. Meanwhile, you are not earning in naira, you're not spending in naira. So it becomes even more difficult for them to relate to the fact that, aside from the fact that you are not earning in naira and you are not spending in naira, you also have bills that you have to pay here. I mean, if you have stayed abroad, you would understand that the bills are ever rolling, like they keep coming and coming.
Help me! Help me! Help me! Help me! Help me! If they carry me, they go where I don't know.
How do you then deal with this sense of obligation? Because sometimes if you are unable to meet up with the needs of this extended family, you then start to feel guilty. Oh, I really do want to help. I cannot help. But they wouldn't understand that it's because you can't help at that particular time. That's why you're not helping. They'll just assume that, oh, because you're doing better than them now, you don't want to understand where they are coming from. You are now acting as though you were never in their shoes. So how then do you deal with the sense of guilt and be able to actually practice self-compassion? Because indeed, you don't have enough to help at that particular time. I'm going to be sharing some tips on how to be able to deal with the sense of guilt that comes with not being able to meet up with the Black tax. The first thing on my list is setting boundaries. You have to be very clear on your boundaries. You have to be able to say no. Because as much as you want to help, there are 1,000,001 legitimate reasons that people would give to you why they need that money. So you have to be able to say no. You have to be able to say, oh, no, at this point in time, I cannot provide this amount that you are asking of me. I cannot help out with this money that you are asking me. Not because I don't want to help, but because really I cannot help. So you should be able to say no and not feel guilty about saying no. You have to be able to put a limit to your generosity, because when you are living abroad, you actually have access to the money. If you don't, even though you don't have it in your account, you have credit card. Yeah, you're able to then say, oh, this money that I've budgeted this month to use for my groceries? Why don't I spend from my credit card instead for my groceries, and then give out this money because I have it in my money, I have in my account, I have access to the money. So why don't I just take from my credit card instead, and then I know that I've sorted the needs of this person? Be able to say no, because as much as you want to help everybody, you can't. You are just one person. You can't help everyone. So when you know that you have reached your limit and this person is still asking you for some money, and you know that indeed you can't help, say no. It's not a crime. The person should understand that you can't help. If it's someone that you've actually been helping before, they should understand that, oh, this person has actually been helping me before. So for him to be saying no at this time, it means maybe he really doesn't have enough to help me.
They play. Just they play. They play.
I'm not talking about people that if they ask you for some bread and you give them a full loaf and you take the wrap for yourself, they will still complain and say, oh, he kept the wrap for himself. No. Number 2 is communication. So you have said no to this person. You should be able to communicate why exactly you are saying no. Someone in your family will say, please help me with some money, and then you just be like, no, I can't help you, and then that's it. You should be able to communicate with them. Why can't you help at this time? Why is it that I'm saying no to you at this time? Okay, maybe I can't really afford this money that you're asking me for this time, but if you wait for a few more weeks, I might be able to help you if you are patient enough. Oh, okay, if I give you the money in 3 weeks time. So communicate this, explain to them, oh, this is why I can't help you at this time. But 3 for me is budgeting. Make a budget and stick to it. There's nothing that gives you so much comfort as knowing that, oh, I've budgeted for this, and that's what I'm spending. So I saw somewhere where someone wrote that um he has a certain amount that he budgets for transport. So if this month he has budgeted £100 for transport to work and every other place that he's going to, if he by the middle of the month he then spends more than how much he has budgeted for that month, he would end up walking. Like you'd walk because, okay, I've budgeted £100, I've spent the £100 for this month, so there's nowhere the money is coming from again. I have to walk, and it's been working for him. So you'd just have peace. It will just give you this peace of mind knowing that I can't go beyond my budget. This is what I've budgeted for, and that's it. When you're budgeting, have a generosity budget. This is how much I'm going to be willing to give to anyone that asks me for help this month. So if you ask me for £100 and I've only budgeted £50, I can only help you with £50. Having that budget and sticking to the budget, it goes a very long way. Number 4 is talking about your hard work. While this is similar to communicating, it's a bit different because in this sense, you are talking about how hard you are working to your family. Let them know, oh, I really do work hard for this money. I work 12 shifts, so 12-hour shifts in a month. So I work for 12 hours and I stand for all through that 12 hours. There's no sitting down for me. There's no resting for me. Then they will understand that, okay, this money is not like she gets it easy. If I want this money from her, she has to actually work extra hard in order to make this money. So there would be more understanding to your plight when you explain to them, when you communicate to them that you don't even have that money, because if there are people that actually care about you, they would still advocate for you to rest. They want you to rest as much as you are working. So as much as they want that money from you, they will still be considerate to understand that it's not easy for you to get that money that they are requesting at that particular time. So they should still give room for you to be able to rest. So talk about how hard you work. Talk about how difficult it is for you to even make this money. Because aside from you, even if they are saying, oh, when you are abroad, there's a lot of work. You always have work. There's always work. As long as you're ready to work, there's work and there's money. At the same time, as you are working, remember that even though there's black tax, there's also government tax. The more you work, the more you are taxed. So they will still tax you for this extra work that you're working. So
certificate. You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it.
I'm not saying that we should not be generous to our family. I'm not saying that we should not provide for our family's needs. I'm also not saying that you have to wait until you are a billionaire to be able to help others. What I'm saying is this: as much as you are showing compassion to your family, to their needs, show some compassion to yourself as well. Try not to guilt trip yourself from some certain things just because you are trying to meet the needs of others back home. I remember how some time ago, some months ago, someone was asking me for something. She was asking me for some money to do something back home, and the need was really like when she told me what she wanted to do with that money, I was like, ah, this thing is really important, so I should help her. But there was something that I really wanted for myself as well at that time. So when I thought about it, I was like, this woman, how can I go and buy this thing for myself? I can wait. This woman's needs are more pressing than mine at this time. So I went ahead and I sent her the money. Fine, done. Only for a few weeks later, we were talking, and this thing that I deprived myself of here, I was seeing this woman with the thing, and I was like, listen, I really like it. I wanted to buy it for myself. When did you get it? She said, oh, it was just a few weeks ago. Me too, I really liked it. And I said, I have to go for it. So I ended up buying it. And I was like, so you had this pressing need. You could not sacrifice your own money to buy this thing. It's my own money that is good to be sacrificed. And then I was like, okay.
I did business.
Shut up! Shut up!
This is business.
Hey!
I invested the money.
Stop talking! I will kill you!
Sorry.
Ever since then, I decided that there's no way, no amount of guilt that would stop me from getting something for myself. The fifth thing is family time. Cannot overemphasize this. I see so many people here taking extra shifts at the expense of their families, like their immediate family here. So you want to help people back home. And because of that, the time you would have spent with your family here, you end up picking up extra shifts in order to be the good guy for someone outside of your immediate family here. Family time is family time. Try as much as possible to make sure that that time you have set aside to spend with your family, you actually spend it with your family. Because I see many homes here where they were doing very well, like they were very happy together when they were back home. But as soon as they move abroad, you see that there starts to be friction in the family. And for me, I might be wrong, but I just feel that it's because we do not give so much time to our families as we used to back home. So here we're all about work, 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 and then we become strangers to our own immediate family here. Because you've worked so much trying to make sure that you can provide for everybody back home, trying to make sure that everybody back home is doing well, you forget that your family here also needs you. They also need to spend time with you. At the end of the day, you now see people saying, oh, I don't understand how it happened. I don't know how ended up becoming strangers to ourselves. It's because when you were busy working, these people got used to staying without you. So as much as you want to be able to pay your black tax, also make sure that you are willing to spend time with your family here, because that is like that should be your number one priority as much as I'm concerned. But there's no judgment here. It's your time. You can do with it whatever you want to. You should be able to live the life that you think you deserve, the life that you think you have worked hard for, without feeling guilty, and still be able to pay black tax. So, to all the well meaning people out there trying to make sure that they are able to provide for their families, be able to provide for their friends, and still be able to spend much time with their family, well done. Remember that you are doing an incredible job. Don't let anyone guilt trip you. Don't let anyone make you feel guilty for enjoying the works of your labor. Try as much as possible that you find the balance between providing for your extended family, and spending time with your immediate family. And with that, I've come to the end of this video. Please do well to drop your comments on your opinions of black tax. Let me know how you are able to deal with it. Let me know. Please also share your own tips and tricks. Drop your comments. Let's know how you deal with black tax. Let's know how you are able to overcome the guilt that comes with not being able to provide the needs of others at a particular time. Thank you all so much for watching, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you all next time. Bye.